Welcome to the Prescott Home Value Report through October 2023. Brought to you by the Prescott Pickle Lady, Diane Bro Realtor, as you can probably tell. I am not the Pickle Lady. I am the Pickle Lady's digit head. That is me in the bottom right-hand corner. My name is Randall. Let's get on to the first slide for this month. So now we're looking at the city of Prescott. As always, we start with the median sales price per square foot. The blue line is a year ago. The red line is this year. And so we compare month by month the price per square foot this year versus last year. We have been predicting for some time that prices would be flat. I don't think you can get more accurate in predictions than what we've had the last several months. My computer is calling that negative 1%. To me, that looks like it's dead on. So yes, prices have begun to be absolutely flat compared to last year. We're kind of expecting that to go in through the holidays. In this chart, we're looking at transaction volume. This is the number of homes that closed in each month. Again, red's this year and blue is last year. A little more of a complication with transactions. We've been saying volume should be flat. Last month was a bit of a surprise for us, but this month it bounced right back up. So we're still running a little lower. It looks like maybe 5% lower than last year. These numbers kind of move around sometimes without really having any significance. So I would say we're getting real close to the transaction volume we had last year. So is this a buyer's market, seller's market? Well, to answer that question, we turn to our pending ratio analysis. So the way this works is right now there are 515 homes on the market, or there were when I ran the numbers. Of those, 83 of them are already pending. Well, 83 is 16%, 515. So we have a pending ratio of 16%. If we look up 16% on in our handy dandy color chart here, we can see the 16. We're in the area of a strong buyer's market, and that's in line with what we're experiencing out there in the field. It is a strong buyer's market. And it's been a strong buyer's market for quite some time. A lot of people are still thinking it's a seller's market. It's not. If you're a seller, you need to understand. Now, not only is it a buyer's market, it is a strong seller's market. That may be changing. This number last month was 560 something, I want to say. So our inventory of homes available went down by a good 10%. So that will, we reduce the number of homes on the market. That will tighten up the buyer's market. So maybe we'll get closer to balanced as we get into the holidays. Kind of remains to be seen. This chart kind of does the same thing, kind of combines a few things here and breaks things out by price point. So down here, these are the price points. Hundreds, 200s, 300s. Now, I've been saying that we really don't have anything in the hundreds or not much in the 200s. Now, at least in Prescott, we're starting to get more and more 1-1, 1-2s. So I guess in 2024, I'm going to have to reprogram some stuff and maybe combine these two and say anything less than 300 and then maybe at least give us a 1-1. And then maybe bigger than 1-1. I got to kind of fool with these a little bit. But anyway, this big spike here, that's really doesn't mean anything because we have very few homes in those price points. So those are subject to all kinds of wild gyrations. Here we got our 300s. And then this red dot, that is the pending ratio for homes in the 300s. So you can see everything is at least a buyer's market. Most of it is in the strong buyer's market range. And then our higher price points are extreme. A little bump here that 900s might have something to do with the psychological value of not being over $1 million. I'm not sure what's going on there. But a little bump, but typically what you see is the lower price homes are more of a seller's market. Higher price homes are more of a buyer's market. You can kind of see that little trend here, except for that little 900. It's kind of confusing things a little bit. But there you are. How long does it take for homes to sell? Well, right now it's taken about 4 months for homes in Prescott, on average, to get to a contract. It was 5 months last month. So, again, we're seeing things tightening up. Escrows are going a little fast. Usually it's a month. A month is kind of the traditional closing time, escrow time. A little less than that now, so we're kind of speeding things up. All right, turning now to Prescott Valley. We'll go through the same type of analysis. We're back to sales price per square foot. And once again, we've been saying things have been flat. Prescott Valley kind of flattened out lower than last year. It's been just a little lower than last year, most of this year. Getting a little tighter. We got real tight in August. And back down, I think this was also -3. So I think we're at -3 now. Expecting more of same through the holidays. This is our volumes. Now, for the last couple of months, Prescott Valley's volume was actually more than last year. Now we're a little less than last year. That's about even Steven, really. That's maybe 10 homes, if that. So we're pretty close. Turning now to the pending ratio in Prescott Valley. We had 275 homes in inventory. That's down from 295. We're down about 10% since last month. So our pending ratio is 20. That's a buyer's market. It's right on the cusp of a strong buyer's market. Last month we were at, I think it was 29. We're on the cusp of a balanced market. So becoming more of a buyer's market out in PV. Breaking that out by price point. Again, hundreds and 200s, really not much to talk about there. You see the 300s are almost a balanced market. Again, usually the lower the price point, the more of a seller's market it is. That's pretty much true. This is sort of flat in the strong buyer's market area, except for our 900s, which jumps up to a balanced market. A very small denominator there. I think we saw a bump in the 900s in Prescott. Again, maybe that's a psychological thing, bumping up on the $1 million price point. But in PV, the volume is small enough. You can kind of ignore it. Same thing with the million. So very flat. Most of the homes in a strong buyer's market, except for the 300s, which is knocking on balanced. It's taking 2.9 months for homes to sell in Prescott Valley. I think that was 2.7 last month, so a little bit longer. Not much. That might be a week or so. In escrow, again, with the escrows have gotten quicker, even faster in PV. I think those were about a month last month, and now it's 0.7 months, which would be about 3 weeks. So highlights. Prescott prices are down 4% from last month, which is what we're expecting given the pattern last year. Year over year, we're at -1, really just kind of flat. I think we were reporting -1 last month as well. PV prices were down 1% from last month. Year over year, that leaves them at -3. We're at -3 last month as well. Prescott volumes are down 7% from last year. We were neck and neck last month. Now we're 7% lower. And PV volumes are 11% down from last year. Prescott is at a 16% pending ratio, which is a strong buyer's market. And PV is at 20 pending ratio, which is a buyer's market bordering on a strong buyer's market. Homes are going under contract in about 4 months in Prescott. It was 5 months last month, so things are going quicker, and 2.9 months in PV.
Look, if you like this kind of stuff, we got lots more for you in the Prescott Home Value Report. This is just a summary. We go into specific subdivisions and just a whole bunch of stuff. So lots of slicing and dicing. So I would encourage you to download that report and get it in full. We update this report every month, but it is not the only report we do. We also have what we call the Appraiser's Eye View, which is the last 6 months of the latest comps. And it's broken out by subdivision. In fact, Prescott Lakes, we break it out by neighborhood. So it's very, very detailed. This is an example of what you'll see in the chart. This would be a subdivision. It is sorted by price per square foot, the number of months that it took the home to sell, square footage, the year it was built, how many stories, how many acres, and whether the listing agent is reporting the home having a view or not. Using this, you can look at all the different comps that occurred. You can see the average down here. So using this, it's a really good tool to figure out what you should be paying for a home, or where you might want to price a home that you are selling. So a really cool tool. We even have a video which goes through how to use this information to come up with value estimates for homes.
We do a whole lot of tools like this, all of them really very cool for both buyers and sellers. And one thing I should point out is you can't get these from any place else. These are exclusive. You can only get them from the Prescott Pickle Lady.
And all of this is part of our page. We call it Prescott by the Numbers, or more commonly the Pickle page. So if you're on the Pickle page, you know the Pickle page. But if you're not the Pickle page, well, you should get to the Pickle page. And you do that by subscribing. We update it every month. If you subscribe, we will send you a monthly email update with the link, so you can go download all the reports that you want. Even if you're not all that interested in getting every single month, just having access to these tools will give you a real leg up when it comes to the real estate game. I hope you found this informative and maybe slightly entertaining, and we look forward to seeing you next month.
Please take a moment to look below and find the button that'll take you to the Pickle page. We'll see you there.